Judge who advised woman to close your legs to avoid sexual assault permanently removed from the bench. The unanimous decision cited repeated and serious acts of misconduct by State Superior Court Judge John Russo Jr. Good. The woman appeared before Russo in 2016 seeking a restraining order against a man she said sexually assaulted her. According to a transcript of the exchange, when the woman described her encounter with the man, Russo asked her, "Do you know how to stop somebody from having intercourse with you?" When the woman answered yes and said one method would be to run away, Russo continued, "Close your legs. Call the police. Did you do any of those things?" He said these things on 2016. It took 4 years to get rid of this guy. And Mitch McConnell is pushing unqualified judges on us. When did we turn into the Hunger Games? Maybe he should have closed his mouth. To victims of fraud, just read the fine print. To victims of theft, just lock your stuff up. To victims of stabbings, just replace your skin with Kevlar. Disgusting. Shame he didn't get his sorry ass kicked to the curb sooner. Now if only the acting president was held to the same standard. Your Honor, I would like to point out that the victim wouldn't have been murdered were it not for the fact that he was downrange of my client's gun barrel. He shouldn't have been standing there, and I would like to file a motion to have this case thrown out. My thoughts as well. Case dismissed. Barr will appoint him a deputy AG before the week is out. Sometimes better late than never isn't enough. Imagine the other people who went through similar over the course of 4 more years. Very glad at the outcome, but we need to do better. There's no excuse for 4 years. It's nice to read about bad things happening to bad people, every once in a while the good guys win. Too bad he won't go to prison. I wonder how his advice would have worked out for him, there. Well, at least we got to the bare minimum. They should automatically throw out all verdicts he's resided over that related to women, ESP rape and abuse cases. Hopefully each individual lawyer could file for a missed rail, but it should just be automatic. Excellent. Now do Kavanaugh. Hopefully it becomes so common that this isn't even news. It's just known what the standards should be, and as soon as those aren't meant, be done. Good riddance. In other news, Fox has just hired a guest judge for their roster. Next SCOTUS nominee from Trump. Backup would be a GOP candidate for Senate. He'll be an expert on Fox News. Well, maybe if the judge didn't judge so provocatively. He should have closed his mouth. Sad that I expect to see a lot of this in the future, judges removed from office, due to all the idiots McConnell pushed through. I expect we're gonna be hearing stories like this on the reg for the next 20 years as the system has to flush out all the unqualified judges Trump and Moscow Mitch have shoved through the system. Trump's pushed over a 198 judges through in 3 years. I'm sure one if not all will take his place and be just as immoral. Finally some good news. This pleases me. Good things still happen? 2020 not working as intended. Revenge is a dish best served cold. New Jersey courts, Barr served it cold. Ignorance is not an excuse for misogyny. Maybe walking a dog in Central Park will help the former judge sort issues out. I'm sure the GOP will find a way to hire him or set him up with a do-nothing job. Meanwhile Mr. Grab M by the pussy is still POTUS. Okay, great. Now we just need to remove about 100 more GOP appointed motherfucking judges. I read this as permanently removed from the beach and I thought good, but removed from the bench is even better. This is cool and all, but like, when the fuck did giving up your position of power become a bargaining chip for breaking the law? Like that cop choking the dude on the front page today. Sure, he got fired, but that doesn't absolve the act. Maybe if he didn't want to be removed from the bench he should close his mouth. Good fucking riddance. The first time I was raped, I was wearing Gerber potty training pants because 2 fucking years old. He can sincerely fuck off. This judge is very mentally ill and has been given every opportunity. He comes from a very powerful political family in Ocean County, New Jersey, and that is how he became a judge in the first place. Removal was long overdue. Someone who would say that in the first place is probably also the type that would consider this the fault of the woman he was speaking to as opposed to his own. What, and I can't stress this enough, the fuck? Clench your legs together and have someone on top of you driving their knee into the skin and muscle and bone of your upper thighs. It hurts. An insane amount. It leaves an incredible amount of bruising too. And the moment you move your legs in an involuntary reaction to the pain, it's all over. He'll probably be appointed to the SC soon. Who appointed that schmuck? America is shit. So who's going to replace Kavanaugh? Took long enough. About fucking time. Trump will hire him. If he closed his mouth, he could have avoided this entire situation. Are we sure that the judge didn't want to be removed? I mean, what was he wearing? This is the dude, if anybody was wondering. https://www. gannet.cdn.com/prestosl/2018/1017/pap/e726DC4268049588B946-2BAA7 JPG. Real Adonis right there. Is this the one where the defense used the victim's panties as evidence? My advice to him in the future would be to close his mouth. Roberts adjudicated the sham Trump impeachment trial with a smile. Who still believes that conservatism is a force for good? Let that be a warning to all those who want to blame the victim of sexual assault. You've got like 4-ish years, and then something might happen to you. Huh. When I type it out like that, it doesn't seem like much of a warning. Bet he learned to close his mouth. Just about 10,000 sexist and racist state judges left to go. Yay. In court filings and at a hearing in December, Russo expressed remorse for his comments to the woman and for joking about the exchange with court personnel afterward. He's not sorry he did it. He's sorry he got in trouble for it. Yes sir, keep his ass off the bench. I don't understand how you could have someone stupid like this as a judge, blows my mind. Finally, the fall of an incel. Russo has contended that he was trying only to elicit more information and that he chose his words poorly, and that he has acknowledged his mistake. Screw him. If his judgment is that pathetic, you know he's doing worse stuff on a regular basis. Oh, I got caught this time, boo-hoo. I'm so sorry. No. The consequences were nowhere near harsh enough. The judge is most probably a Trump supporter and a horrific rapist and racist. That's good news. Good, fuck him. I can't believe this really happened. Good to see he listened to his own advice and closed his quote flap hole. Trump will try nominate him to the SC. Isn't that like sort of what they were trying to do while somebody was freaking assaulting them? Will be a confirmed Trump appointee by the end of the week. This guy would be a perfect fit on the Supreme Court in Trump and McConnell world. You'd think something like this would happen to Bill Barr, but I guess there are too many cowards to get him disbarred. Judges who want to avoid this should just close their lips. I would advise this judge to close his mouth to avoid being fired in the future. I wonder if he was appointed to the bench under President Grab 'em by the pussy's current regime. Eli 5, does his removal from the bench invalidate or in any way affect any of the judge's previous rulings? Okay, but how do we know he was actually removed? He could have stepped down and just regretted it afterward, and the horse you rode in on. I feel like this judge is not going to be any different than the huge number of unqualified judges shoved through by Mitch McConnell. The only qualification is that they are conservative. Expect more crap like this but on the federal level. That took a while. Good. That was the right decision.